Hello Stampers, welcome to another Rubber Redneck video tutorial. I'm going to be demonstrating how to make this little Smartie Candies wrapper. This was inspired by something I saw at the Stampin' Up catalog. I just altered it to fit some Smartie candies instead and made a few other different designs to it. I took and put 9 Smartie candies inside a 4x6 cellophane bag and then tied the top with 1/4 inch old olive grosgrain ribbon. And then I made the little wrapper, and then on the bottom here you can see that it's open, so there's no bottom to it. To create this, you want to cut 1 piece of Bashful Blue cardstock at 2 1/4 by 6 1/2. Then you're going to score it at 2 inches, 4 inches, and then 6 inches. Once you have that scored, then you want to place some sticky strip on that little 1/2 inch area, and then take the stamp from Teeny Tiny Wishes, ink it in Old Olive, and stamp it onto the Bashful Blue cardstock in the center towards the bottom. Then you want to fold on the scored lines, and then you're going to assemble the wrapper part. So just peel off the backing on the sticky strip, and then you're going to place the left end of the Bashful Blue cardstock right onto the Bashful Blue cardstock on the right side. And you just want to line up your edge with the scored line here. Then press down so it's tight. And there's the wrapper part of it, the beginning of it. It looks like a little triangle. Then you want to cut 1 piece of Blushing Bride cardstock at 1 inch by 8 1/2 inches. Run it through the crimper, then cut it down to 6 3/4 inch. Then place some sticky strip on one end on one side, and then you're going to place sticky strip on the other end on the other side. What you want to do is peel off the backing on the sticky strip, and then you're going to place this so it starts, you have the front where the stamp saying is. You want to put it onto the side, and you're going to place it right in the center. And then press down, and then what you want to do is fold over the crimped Blushing Bride cardstock and just keep wrapping it around the little holder and keep it snug. And then once you have it all the way around the little holder, peel off the backing off the other piece of sticky strip and fold over the Blushing Bride cardstock so it lines up. So now you've created like a belly band around that Bashful Blue cardstock. Then you want to cut 7 inches of 1/4 inch Old Olive grosgrain ribbon, apply a glue dot on one end, and you're going to start this off on the left side on the front here. And then you're just going to wrap your ribbon around the Blushing Bride cardstock, and then you'll take another glue dot to secure the end. And I just put it on the end where the beginning of the ribbon started, and then pressed it down, and you may have to cut just a little off on the ribbon. Then I took the stamp from I Heart Hearts, inked it in daffodil, and stamped it onto a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and then cut it out. And then I placed 2 stamping dimensionals onto the back of the heart, and then I placed the heart so it would hide the ends of the Old Olive grosgrain ribbon. And then I took the small heart punch and punched out a piece in Bashful Blue, and then I just applied some snail to the one side and then attached it over that daffodil heart here. And then I took one of the designer buttons in the neutrals, and I used a Whisper White little flower one, and I used the back side of the button, and then I applied a glue dot on to the back and then placed that down towards the bottom, overlapping the 2 hearts. And then I made a little bow out of some white baker's twine. Again, I used another glue dot and put that in the center of the bow and attached that bow to the button then. And then you can slide your little Smarties candy right inside the holder once you have it decorated. And then that completes the tutorial for the Smartie candy holder. Thank you for watching.